Hey everyone, I know what happens in the new Marvel Thunderbolts film. If you don't want spoilers, then keep scrolling. Otherwise, this is the plot leak for the new movie. It starts with the individual Thunderbolts members working for Val, who is a director of the CIA. She tries to trick her team into having the members unalive each other, but it fails. They end up joining a bond to go against Val. Now, why did she want to get rid of the team that works for her? It's because they're a loose end of a bigger project. That project, Val's attempt to create a superhero from scratch, specifically a man named the Sentry. Through experiments, Val has turned a mentally ill man into a superhero, but now that he has powers and he's crazy, he's dangerous. Bucky knows this and attempts to use his new Thunderbolts team to stop Val and the Sentry before he loses control of his powers. They succeed by going into the Sentry's mind and calming him down that way. He then becomes a member of the team. But the team isn't actually called the Thunderbolts. That was just a placeholder name, which is why the movie has the asterisks. Instead, the team is actually called the New Avengers. Ghost, Winter Soldier, Red Guardian, US Agent, and Black Widow. And Sentry. Post-end credits. Okay, so this is the post-end credits scene for the new Thunderbolts movie. If you don't want spoilers, then just tap the like button, comment, keep scrolling. Otherwise, spoilers ahead. The first mid-credit scene, because there are two post-end credit scenes. The mid one is just a joke about the Red Guardian finally seeing himself in a cereal box because he is an Avenger now. If you don't know, the Thunderbolts is just a placeholder name. The official name of this team is the New Avengers. The Red Guardian is one of the New Avengers, hence he's excited to see himself in the cereal box, in the supermarket or whatever. Next scene, the final post-end credit scene, has the team in Avengers Tower chilling when all of a sudden the Fantastic Four spaceship appears in space. That means that the Fantastic Four from the upcoming movie somehow travel to the MCU, to the main timeline specifically. The Fantastic Four meets the New Avengers. That's the post-end credit scene. My guess is that something happens in the Fantastic Four movie wherein at some point the team are able to do a multiversal jump into the 616 universe where the New Avengers reside, probably because the Fantastic Four's universe gets destroyed. And my bet right now is that an incursion destroys the Fantastic Four's universe, so they make a desperate plea to the 616 main universe, where they team up with the New Avengers to save that universe from another incursion against the X-Men universe of, what was it, 638 or whatever was in Doctor Strange 2? The X-Men complete universe. That's my prediction for how they're setting up Avengers Doomsday. We'll get more of an explanation by the end of Fantastic Four. But nevertheless, that last bit is a theory. The main thing of this is that post-end credit scene. The New Avengers meet the Fantastic Four. I'm excited to see it. Make sure you stick around the credits to see those two post-end credit scenes. And yeah, I think it will be very cool to see. We don't see much of the team. We only see them in the spaceship with the Fantastic Four logo. I also think that there will be like a time skip wherein we won't see the Fantastic Four's universe get destroyed in their movie. They might save that for Avengers Doomsday. So the Fantastic Four movie will have like a happy ending where their universe is safe. But then all of a sudden, by the time we get to the Thunderbolts timeline, I guess, the present day, the Fantastic Four, they have escaped their destroyed universe through a life raft type spaceship and come to the main MCU to take refuge there and to try and protect that universe moving forward, which is very exciting. It's going to be very cool to see this play out. From the sounds of it, this Thunderbolt movie is going to be a really cool look at superheroes, a really cool look at mental health, and a really cool look at an adaptation to the Dark Avengers comics. The Dark Avengers comics is where a lot of the inspiration for this Thunderbolts movie has actually come from. The Dark Avengers occur after the Secret Invasion, actually, so it's kind of fitting. We had Secret Invasion with the Nick Fury show that sucked. In the comics, Secret Invasion was much better, and by the end of it, Norman Osborn was no longer seen as a villain, but rather as a hero since he helped defeat the Skrulls. He becomes sort of a new Iron Man, and he's able to create a new Avengers team because the old Avengers team is disbanded. The new Avengers team consist of Norman Osborn as Iron Man, a fake Captain Marvel, Wolverine's evil son Dakin pretending to be Wolverine, Bullseye pretending to be Hawkeye, and Ares, the god of war, instead of Thor, the god of thunder, and Venom pretending to be Spider-Man. So it's a very cool comic as well, because it's very much like The Boys. If you've ever seen it, you have the public thinks the new Avengers are amazing superheroes to be loved, but behind closed doors, they're bad people. They're literally evil supervillains. Like behind closed doors, they're all terrible people. They are not good guys, and the missions they go on are like orchestrated and not necessarily go well. They're bad people, but the public believes them to be the heroic and lovely Avengers. So I say this to say that that's where they're taking a lot of inspiration for this movie, but a big difference is that whilst a lot of the team members used to be supervillains, like Ghost was a villain, Taskmaster was a supervillain, US Agent was a supervillain. I do appreciate that. Sentry was a villain, like I get that, but at the end of the day, within this movie, they're all gonna play more like superheroes. So that is a bit different from the source material. And it's also completely different team members. There's not a single member of this team that was on the Dark Avengers that is in this Thunderbolts team. And again, the comic was called Dark Avengers, but that was just what the comic was called. In universe, the team was just simply the New Avengers for obvious reasons. Why would they go around calling themselves the Dark Avengers? That's just for, marketing purposes that we call them that. But that is what this Thunderbolts team is meant to be, the Dark Avengers. But they're not that dark. They're not really that evil. They're not really supervillains too tough, Red Guardian is more of a superhero. Black Widow is much more of a superhero now. Winter Soldier is a literal superhero now. So yeah, it's not a big supervillainy team, but it's vibes. We finally have Captain America Bucky in a sense, because he is like the leader of the team almost. He is the Winter Soldier who deserves to have his own Avengers team, and now he does. And so will Sam Wilson. We'll have the two candidates for the two guys that could have been Captain America between Sam Wilson and Bucky coming face to face with their own Avengers teams. It's like Sam Wilson's the Captain America of his Avengers team, and Bucky's the Captain America of his Avengers team. Who's going to be on Sam Wilson's new Avengers team? Well, we know it will consist of Joaquin Torres as the new Falcon. Shang-Chi will definitely be on that team. I'm betting the new Black Panther will be on that team. And I'm betting Spider-Man would be on this team, most likely, probably. Maybe Captain Marvel, maybe not. I don't know. You get the gist. Anyway, that's pretty much it for now. That's Thunderbolts. That's how it progresses the story along in the MCU. It's not that much, but it is cool. But that does put more pressure on Fantastic Four to have the craziest post-end. I mean the craziest post-end credits, because none of these have been that crazy. Even this, I don't think it sounds like the craziest post-end credit scene. I was hoping for a bit more, but yeah, man, Fantastic Four is probably going to have Doctor Doom as the post-end credit, and it's hopefully something amazing. We deserve to see a post-end credit with Doom before we actually see Doom. We have to. So what do you guys think? Let me know down below. Peace.